back to my channel. What are we doing today? Well, for the month of June, we'll be celebrating two things. We'll be celebrating Junicorn, and we'll also be celebrating Junibug. And for Junicorn and Junibug for the month of June, the medium of choice is alcohol-based markers. Now I have in front of me my featured art product for this month. These are the illustrative markers that I got from my niece, who had a recent trip to the United States. She went to Five Below, and she got these beautiful markers here for her auntie because she knows her auntie likes art, and she got her auntie some markers that she got from Five Below. Now, to be honest, I've never tried markers from Five Below. I've seen other amazing art YouTubers feature them. I personally have never used them. I don't know what they're all about. Sorry, I don't know what they're all about. It seems that they're similar to the Touch New markers that I never had any Touch New markers, to be honest, but they're similar to the Cali Art markers, these that I have. I've seen the Touch New markers on AliExpress, but these ones are the Cali Art that I got. So it seems that there are markers that are similar to those. Yeah, brush and fine. It has basically the same barrel, but the caps are a bit different because the Cali Art markers cap tapered off into a round shape, while these illustration markers tapered off into a square shape. But the numbering is quite familiar to me. The numbering actually looks like the old Ohuhu style of numbering. Okay, a bit of Ohuhu history. Okay, when Ohuhu first came onto the market, they had numbering like this. So Ohuhu version 1, come on, focus for me. Yes, there it is. Ohuhu version 1 had these kind of numbering. It was doubled numbering, like 2 numbers, and then the version 1 version had this. Actually, I still have my Ohuhu version 1. Okay, so here are my Ohuhu version 1. At the time when Ohuhu brought these out, this was the full set. These are Ohuhu, see there? Ohuhu. These are truly, what number is that? 37. This is, yeah. What I told you. These remind me of Ohuhu version 1. Look at that. 37, 37, pastel yellow, pastel yellow. You see it? You see what I'm looking at? Yeah. So these remind me, and yes, these are Ohuhus. These are Ohuhu version 1 or generation 1, as some other artists call them. Ohuhu version 1. These were the first set of Ohuhu markers ever. And then they had their generation 2, and now they're working with, I think they're on their 6th iteration of Ohuhu, but these were the version 1 sort. Majority of these guys are already dried out, to be honest, because I got these, what, in 2000, let's say 2017. Yeah. Let's say 2017, thereabout, 2016, thereabout, when I got these set of markers. So, and shortly after that, like the year after that, they brought out version 2, and now I think they're at version 6, because I also got, if you pay attention to my channel, I got the other version, the version 3, which had the Onahu and the Honolulu, but now I think they have another version to that because they had revamped their marker lines to now include similar marker names, like numbering across the Ohuhu line. So it has been recently revamped. So they're no longer dealing with this kind of numbering. They're dealing with something a bit different. Something like, do I have pastel yellow here? They're looking at something like this, sorry. Yeah, this is a Honolulu B. Yeah. This is also on a hoo-hoo marker. This is the Honolulu Beetle. This is the brush and fine point version. So yeah, just to let you guys know that I do like a broad spectrum of markers, and I do like I'm somewhat curious about Ohuhus, but this was similar to the Ohuhu version ones. It's all long and short, guys. I'm just saying that the color names here are similar to the Ohuhu version one, because I'm seeing this is number 2, all red, but I think in version 1 they had wine red or something like that. I'm looking for it. No, there was no wine red. Yeah, wine red. Yeah, so yeah, you see what I'm talking about? Which is number 1. So the color names are so similar to this, and I think these were the old touch new kind of marker name. You see what we're dealing with here? Come on, focus for me. Yeah, this one is 82 lilac. This is 82 light. No, this is 82 light violet and 82. Doesn't want to focus for some reason. Doesn't want to focus. Wait, no. Come on, yes, focus for me. Wait, 1 minute. Let's see if we get it to focus better here. Yeah. So you see what I'm talking about? Light violet and light violet 82. So yeah. And I think the old Ohuhu, these ones here, what I'm talking about, these version ones here, they mimic the touch new marker names. So the numbering and the marker names are similar to touch new. Now Ohuhu have its whole new lineup of marker names that is consistent across their lines, when it's how it used to be at first. But anyway, I went on that long tangent for almost 5 minutes to say that today we're looking at these. Now these only, I did not get these in any packaging. My niece had to be traveling with them, so it was just better for her not to have them in any packaging. That's fine. That's okay. I got 20 markers, and the only name I have for these are illustration markers, but they are alcohol-based markers. I have 20 here, and this is the color range. Let me pull you guys out a bit. Out. Thank you. This is the color range that I'm dealing with. 4 yellows, 1 orange, 2 reds, 1 pink, 1 violet, 2 blues, 3 greens, 1 brown, 3 grays, and 1 black. So this is the color range that I'm dealing with. Actually a very good color range. I guess somewhere between pastel pink and burnt sienna are my skin tones. I have some warm grays here for shadowing. I have some bright colors. Normally small sets like these, I would expect to get a lot of bright colors rather than a lot of tonal colors to do shadings and highlights with. So I'm not surprised that this leans more towards the bright side rather than the tonal side. Okay, so what am I doing today? Today I'll be doing this. Basically, this is my marker testing sheet, and I just want to test these markers out. I'll be doing some measurements. That's why I have my caliper out to measure some of the nibs, to see the size of the nibs, measure the length of the markers. In this first part of the video, because this is a perspective video, I will do the first part where I give you my first impression of the markers, what I think about them, and then I'll take it away where I'll do the measurements and the testing, and I work with it some, and when I come back to you, then I'll give you my full thoughts and perspective of these markers. So I have my swatch sheet all pre-lined up. I also have the Faber-Castell Gold Fiber Sketch Dual Marker. This set is the Architect set. So I have my swatch sheet prepared, caliper to the side. The other stuff I have over here are the papers, some of the papers that I'll be working with this on. I know I told the Patreon the perspective, well, the preview of what I hope to do. So these are the papers I've been definitely working with. I've been working with this. This is a Touch New Marker sketch pad. It's actually it's supposed to be marker paper. It does bleed through, even though it says it does not, but it does bleed through. So we'll be working with this, and you did see some stuff in there. We'll also be working with this. This is the tone paper, tone gray sketchbook. So we'll be working with this, and we also be working with this one. This is the Honeymoon and Nostalgia sketchbook. So we'll be working with these 3 books. This is something the Patreon, I was talking about this book with the Patreon, but I didn't show them it because I couldn't find it. This book here, How to Draw Patterns. This is a Cocoa Whale instructional book when it comes to markers and using markers as a mixed media approach to color in their Cocoa Whale book. So yeah, we'll be working with this as well. So this was what I was showing you guys. Yeah. So there's a bunch of stuff we'll be working with. So in this part of the video, I'm just going to do my swatches, give you my first impression, and then I'm going to take it away, work with this some, and then bring back to you in this video what I think about them. Okay, so this, let me bring you guys in. We're looking at a chisel nib and a fine, oh yeah, that's something I have to make note of. It does take a bit of force to separate the chisel nib. It feels kind of light, like there's not much ink in these. It feels empty. Now I don't remember which is which, so I hope it doesn't matter. Just want to check if it posts. Yeah. So this one is number 26. And this is Pastel Peach. I guess these are their skin tone stuff, but it's okay. I have it over the yellow because the cap looks kind of yellow to me. So I'll continue swatching these out, and when I return to you, is just to give you my full thoughts and perspective. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to part 2 for my perspective to these, all the way to the side here. These are the Five Below markers that I was graciously gifted by my niece, and I did work with it very little, but I really want to work with it on this piece. I think I'm in a good position to grade it already because I have a feel for it. I did work with it on another piece. I don't remember where it was. In another book. Yes, in this coloring book. Here. Let me bring you up so you guys can see. This is a coloring book I bought here in my country of Belize. And I did do this page, but I don't think it's finished. I honestly don't think it's finished, so I did get a feel for this just a little bit, but I really want to attack this piece, so I'll be doing part 2 of this and giving you at the end my full thoughts and perspective. So now that you know what I'm doing, what I'm using, and why I'm doing it, let's get to this coloring and to the end give you what I think about this and my grading. Stop it here for now because I really need to demonstrate in real time 2 things. Thing number 1, this part of the marker, the fine part, it takes a bit of force. Yeah, that was not me playing. It's actually me using a lot of force to pull these out. I think at one point I actually pulled out the entire core of the marker, And also noticed, look there, while I was pulling, come on, yeah, you see the cap itself also try to fall apart. Sometimes this happen. I just pull this out instead of this piece. So yeah, that was not me playing around. That was me actually struggling with these markers. But I am enjoying them. The other thing I would say I struggle with is this nib. The nib here is really, really hard. I'll be quiet for a second and let you just listen to the nice scratchiness of this nib. Bring it down a bit. Okay, so I'm just finishing up here. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm just randomly putting these 4 colors. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna stop here because I'm not done with this piece yet. I want to hit it up with some gel pens, maybe hit it with some colored pencils, and so I need this entire thing to dry. But I've already had a feel for these and I have already had tons of notes. So now let's discuss these illustration markers that I got from my niece who bought them at Five Below. The first thing I should say is that it does share similar color names. Well, we already talked about that with the Ahuhus. The numbering is like from the old Ahuhu version. The bullet nib and the chisel nibs are very, very hard. So hard, in fact, that I keep thinking that the marker is drying out. And I did mention that these markers, and they even sound like, you know, so I'm thinking that they don't have much ink in them, and the nibs are so hard, especially for this yellow one here, Marigold. I feel like it's drying out. I keep trying to double layer the colors because I feel like it's drying out. I did notice that for the pastel peach, there was a sign that it was drying out, and there was a bit of color shifting. It goes down dark and then it dries light. The other thing that I should say, it didn't come with a colorless blender, and I felt kind of limited with the color selection that they have provided me in this 20 set. And that's the reason why I'm going to leave it here, because I me personally feel like I need more colors to finish this piece and to hit it with a bit of gel pen. Having said that, you are going to get my scoring for this. I'm going to put it up here for you to notice, because I did compare it with different markers and markers with it in its same category, such as the Cali art. I was amazed that I scored the Cali art where I did, the pointer, the Sargent art, and the Ohuhu Onahu Ohanu, something like that. So I did put it along with these, so I'll give you that scoring up. You'll see now, guys. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. Have you ever tried markers from Five Below before? What was your experience like? Was it these particular markers that you tried, or is it another brand? Let me know all those amazing things in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for joining me on this journey, and as always, stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.